Swallowed by the Sky by Elspeth Graham. He looked at the boy, who looked at the sky, an expanse surely bigger than anything he had previously fathomed before now, the man had thought, and he chuckled to himself. He, of course, knew what it was to be overwhelmed. Looking to the sky, he was reminded of his own swallower, a field, or was it a meadow? Somehow it never seemed to matter to the man what exactly it was that he was witnessing. With too many things for the man to notice, it would have been a battle for this concern to reach the forefront of his mind. So it sat back, letting everything else scramble forward. The man closed his eyes then, and seeing the field once more, took a step forward. Upon his first visit all those years ago, he had expected the ground to be soft. It looked to be, but the crunch underfoot said otherwise. He did not hate it for its spikiness, though, and listened to the snapping, cracking, crunching sound it made as he walked. The browns of whatever it was that talked beneath his feet washed into a sort of hazy purple as he looked up, and was more or less stood in rows, separated by equally hazy greens, all dead, it being October after all. As the man walked on, he was spoken to at inconsistent intervals by poppies and other little flowers, these ones yellow. They were dying too, but they didn't seem to mind, because they knew that they would be coming back. They're clever like that, and perhaps the man had been very unclever in not realizing that they had been saying goodbye to him, the poor things crying out as the man had snapped and cracked and crunched over them. Goodbye. See you soon. The man knew that this was indeed true. He would often go to this field. Being swallowed by something happens to mean that it was not so easy to forget or move on from it. And the snapping, cracking and crunching would soon become the squeaking and powdery creaking of snow. A field of suede, the man would think, would not sound dissimilar. Hello, the snow would say, the browns, greens and hazy purples hidden beneath its blanket of greys, whites and glittering blues, each glint a wink at what lay beneath. Although cold and crisp, the field was more alive now. The flash of a deer, its footprints left behind, or the intermittent chirring of anonymous birds, both taking the place of the dying flowers. Still the man listened out for the field to talk back to him. The trees strained as their branches held the weight of the snow, icy under the clear sky. Eventually it would grow too heavy for them, and surrendering to exhaustion, the snow would fall to the ground around the man, occasionally landing on his shoulder or the bits of his face where it would immediately split, going its separate ways, causing the man to blink once or twice. Clap, it would hit the ground, and again clap, a sound familiar to the man, reminding him of the dead things he had once walked on, that the snow now fell to join. It too bidding him goodbye, cheering to the inevitability of it all. Soon it would melt completely, the whites and the greys and the glittering blues melting into pinks and lively greens and yellows. But not before many days, and with that, many nights. The man opened his eyes, finding one such night before him, the boy still standing beneath it. Regaining his bearings, the man stepped out across the softness underfoot and joined him.
I knew a boy who was swallowed by the sky, by the flashing